Hello everybody, sorry it's been a while since I posted a video, but today I'm going to be installing a windshield wiper delete on the back end of my Z. It's kind of weird saying you're installing a delete, but I'm going to be taking off the wiper and installing a piece that's going to fill the hole where the wiper already exists. I got the parts from Blacktop Racing to fill the hole. You can go and buy like a little plug at Lowe's or Home Depot or wherever, your hardware store, but I went ahead and bought this one just because I knew it would work, and I know that's going to keep the water out and everything. So let's go ahead and get into this install. Okay, so first thing we're going to have to do is we're going to have to pop off this cover here, and I think I can just pop mine off with my hands. If you can't, there's a little spot where you can slide in a tool or a butter knife or something like that to pop it off, but I think if I just pull out and up, it should pop right off, and that's that. That exposes this bolt, and we need a 12mm socket for that. I'm going to set this to the side. We don't need it anymore. So now we've released that nut, and we can pop off the actual wiper. Now it might take some finicking and trying to like force it off, but it should just come right off of the bolt there. Okay, so I found that twisting it off seems to be working a lot better. I guess it is threaded in. I think for older models it's not threaded in, you can just pop it right off, but I'm gonna go and try and twist mine around. Okay, so now we have the wiper blade off. I'm taking mine off now because I didn't feel like buying a new wiper blade, and I also wanted to do this eventually anyway. So I'm going ahead and doing this now. Now that we have this off, we're going to go to the inside and go ahead and take out the interior piece to reveal the motor for the actual wiper blade. To remove the interior trim here, we are going to I'm going to use a butter knife to pry this off. You can use a pry tool or anything that you want that you think you could use that's sturdy enough to pull this down. You're gonna have to be a little forceful with it, and it should just pop right off, and you can pop it back on whenever we're done. But just trying to work your way around, and eventually it's just gonna all come off, but I'll go ahead and do that now. Okay, so after some playing around with it, I finally got it all off. It's pretty finicky. You're gonna have to be a little forceful, but these clips are meant to come in and out, so don't be too worried about it. I did not break any, and I was pretty forceful with it. I was kind of scared, but don't worry about it. Just pop it out. It'll come out. Now I have some shavings and stuff in here from my Rocket Bunny install, and some rivets from when I took out the rivets. But it's pretty straightforward. Popping this off, just use like a butter knife is what I used, or an actual pry tool, and it's just these clips, and they come right out, no problem. So right here is what we're gonna be taking out, is the actual motor assembly for the wiper. And this one actually has no deadener in it. That's kind of weird to me. I guess the previous owner already took this out. Normally there's a weight here, and people say it's for the trunk to be a little heavier, to have a more luxurious feel, and other people say it's for deadening purposes, so the trunk doesn't rattle around. I was going to take this out, but if you want this out, you can take it out. There's just 4 bolts and then the weight here. Obviously I can't take mine out, it's already gone, but I was going to take mine out because the wing, the spoiler I have on makes it a lot heavier anyway, and that's just additional weight. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and take these out. So yeah, let's get to that. Okay, so these bolts here are 10mm. So if you want to take your 10mm socket, there's only 3. There's one here, here, and on the back side over here. There's also this clip. Don't forget to take out this clip. You don't want to rip your wiring in case you ever want to put this back in. You can always do so. So I'm going to pop this out really quickly. So that's out, and then also right here, you can use your pry tool to break the zip tie. This is just zip tied to the bracket itself. You can cut that or just pull it with a knife. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull it through using the butter knife, the pry tool that I'm using. Now that that's free, you can tuck it back wherever you want just so it won't rattle around in your trunk. I'm going to leave it here for now, but eventually I'm going to tie this up. And let's go ahead and take this off. Now that all three of these are loose, it should just pop right out. So now that you have your assembly for your wiper motor out, we're ready to get to filling this hole, which goes straight through right now. Here we have the kit that Blacktop Racing sells on their website. Again, I'll have the link for this in the description, and all this is like a sandwich thing. It has two O-rings, one on each side, so that way you know it's going to be sealed. A bolt coming through that comes into here, and then a nut on the other side to tighten everything together and pull it together. This one's going to go on the outside. It has their logo on there, and it's black, so it's going to be pretty clean. They have other colors as well, and then this is going to go on the inside and come through the bottom, come together like this, and then the nut's just going to go right over top. So I'm going to go ahead and try to do this real quick and show you guys how it goes. Okay, so I forgot to mention one thing. All of this rubber stuff has to come up as well. You can use your pry tool, or you can just use your finger and pull it up. It's just rubber and holding in there by itself. It's like a little grommet to keep the water out with the wiper blade. Now that you have that off, you can clean this up. I'm not actually going to do that because it's going to cover it anyway. But now we're going to slide in the Blacktop Racing hole filler, I guess I can call it. I don't really know what to say it's called. Okay, so now we can take our Blacktop Racing hole filler. I'm going to try and line up the logo to be perfectly square. I might adjust it later on, but it's basically just going to fit right in the hole. Make sure you have that O-ring aligned, because if it's not aligned, it's not going to keep a proper seal with water. Now I'm going to turn it a little bit and try and get that logo perfectly centered, or level, I should say. Now that this side is in, we're going to go in back through the bottom and try and get everything bolted up. Okay, so now taking your Blacktop Racing inside piece, go ahead and grab the outside so that does not move. Again, make sure your O-ring is centered. And like I said in the beginning, you don't have to use this kit. I just found it to be the easiest. Then once you get that where you want it, go ahead and try and get that nut on there. It would help if you have a second person, and it'd be even more helpful if you have a drill of some sort to get this on. I'm going to make sure it's centered again on the back before I finish this up. Okay, so that's where I want it. Now we're going to take our ratchet and go ahead and start tightening this up. This is where you really need the impact, because you're holding it yourself from the back, so it's only going to be as tight as you can hold. Okay, and mine moved, and I'm not happy with how it turned, so I'm going to go ahead and loosen this up and try it again. Just loose enough to where I know I can turn it. Okay, and I'm going to go back and go and tighten it back up. Alright, and now that that's all tightened back up, we are done with that. And I'll go ahead and show you what it looks like from the outside very quickly. and that should hold water and anything else from coming inside, since it has both of those O-rings there to stop stuff. Once that's done, now we're gonna go and put the trim back up, and that's pretty much it. Okay, so I know my car is dirty, but overall it really cleaned up the look of the overall car, especially the back end of the car in general. But now from all these different angles, you're getting a smooth, clean, rolling look instead of having, you know, this ugly rear windshield wiper. Now with this kit, or with Blacktop Racing, they also have a thing for the top sprayer nozzle. So if that's something you're interested in, again, I'll have the link for their website in the description if you want to pick this up. I'm not going to be changing that, because with doing that I'm going to have to take out the lines or take out the fuse or whatever it may be to get that to never work again, because the way they have it set up is if you use it, it's just going to spray the fluid into that same area just without going through the nozzle outside of the car. So it's going to fill that spot with water. So for now I'm leaving that. Overall it still looks really clean, and that other piece is just so minute and so small that it doesn't really matter to me. Also, since my last video, I got some decals on the Mustang. I'll go ahead and show you those really quick. They're pretty cool. So I thought those decals are pretty cool, and I thought they'd be nice to have on the Mustang. And they're actually gold with a like a metallic-y type of color changing depending on where you're looking. I don't know, a holographic type of thing on it, but for the most part they're gold, so it matches the Mustang pretty good, and I thought that was really cool. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. If there's any questions on anything in this video, if I didn't cover something properly or anything like that, let me know in the comment section, and I'll try and answer your questions. I read every comment, so whatever you have to say, just let me know in the comment section and I'll take a look at it. Also, I'm getting my ducktail molded to my hatch on February 8th. I'm dropping it off at a body shop, and they're molding my old fiberglass one, so I'm going to be selling this polyurethane one that I got from VicRes, and I'll be putting on the eBay one that I bought off somebody off of Craigslist. I really regret the whole route that I took, and I wish I would have got the original Rocket Bunny, because now I'm in deeper than what the original Rocket Bunny would cost. But anyway, I expected a video on the Rocket Bunny ducktail with the molded to my hatch. It's all going to be one piece. It's going to be really smooth and clean and all the same color, so hopefully that'll look nice. And while he's doing that, I might ask him to actually fill this hole that I have here now, instead of keeping this, because although this is clean for now, it would be a lot cleaner if this was just all one piece and all blue, similar to how the 370Z is. The 370Z doesn't have the rear windshield wiper at all. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, leave questions, comments down below, and I'll try and answer all of them. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.